It's Sydney here with Syddin Pretty, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you all how I do a traditional sew-in. Some people may call them a basic sew-in. At Syddin Pretty, when my clients are booking, I refer to them as the Audrey. The Audrey is basically a classic sew-in install that entails a full weave install with the minimal leave out. So make sure that y'all watch this video all the way through so that you can get all of my 10 plus years of experience installing the most flawless weaves. All right, you're going to be able to choose your preference in the needle shape and sizes that you use. I prefer to use smaller needles with less of a curve. So I would say my ideal needle is shaped about like this. These are all different because at this time I'm using what I have. But as you can see, this shape versus this one, it all comes down to how fast I'm able to work with the needle without sticking myself or my clients. So you're going to have to pay attention to how you are doing, like with the motions, to figure out what kind of needles you like. For example, like the really large ones, I feel like I can't always work as fast with these. So you have to find the needles that you like to work with. Another thing you'll have to pay attention to when you're purchasing them is some of them are dull. They come with a dull point, and then others come with a blunt tip. I try to look for needles that have blunt tips because this helps me avoid poking myself as well as my client, and you'll be able to see the difference as you start to familiarize yourself with different needles. They're all kind of shaped differently, so that's something to pay attention. So usually, of course, when you're draping your client, you're going to want to put like this Sandx strip around their neck. Right now I'm just going to put the cape on the client. It will be washed after her, and it's been washed before I'm putting it on her. So if you notice me bypass that step, that is why. If you don't have a Sandx strip, sometimes you can substitute the Sandx strips for the hair wrap. I'll try to put it in the description box so y'all know what materials it is I'm referring to. And what that does is just create a barrier between your client's skin as well as the capes, since they'll be reused throughout the time. You can also use towels, but as you all will notice, I'm not shampooing her in this video, so we're not using a towel. So the first step is to remove any clips or anything within your client's hair, and you want to make sure that you are starting off with hair that has been thoroughly detangled. In another video, y'all will be able to learn more about how to create booking policies and pre-appointment procedures to help your clients help you execute your services more easily. But we're not going to talk about that today. Typically I do ask that my clients come detangled. If they would like help detangling their hair, they can book that service at an additional cost. But before starting the service, you want to just do a quick comb through to make sure that there are no tangles within your client's hair. And as you can see, I'm able to just go right through.
really appreciate about your braiding or your technique and your style is not, I mean, the braids are so tiny and I love that, but you have the perfect hands. I do not feel like my scalp is bleeding. I do not have a severe headache, but
hair to grow longer, stronger, and healthy enough to where it replaces your weaves. So she said, I could just cut this. So when you took out your braided webs after like what was probably like 5 months,
Yeah.
and you started to wear your hair again, what happened?
No one even noticed. It was like, it looked pretty much the same. It's just that I probably had a few more inches, but no one even noticed, not even my sister. Just carried on as normal.
Are you ready to learn this $1 million technique so that you can build your hair conglomerate? Look, I know y'all probably tired of all of the overkill with the courses. You're gonna make 5 million tomorrow if you take my course. I will say though, this is a high paying skill. Learning how you can help women achieve their hair goals, grow their hair longer, stronger, and healthier while also looking fabulous while doing it, baby. And the best part about it is, believe it or not, hair weaving and braiding is not a cosmetological requirement. So there are states with specific licenses just so you can perform these services within that scope and be protected, meaning you can get started immediately. I'm teaching you a high paying skill that I've literally taken from state to state. And the best part about it is, y'all, the barrier of entry for hair weaving is so low. The course that you invest with me is probably going to be the most you spend outside of products and booth rent. All you really need is a needle, thread, some scissors, some products, and the knowledge, and of course a space to create. I am not trying to oversimplify it, but I'm just keeping it real, y'all. Make sure that you enroll into the Syddin Pretty Academy today to get access to this course. You could also purchase the course separately as well as a collection on Patreon. And the videos are being released in real time. You get the opportunity to ask your questions so I can add new videos according to the questions you all leave. That's the difference between this and the other courses, is this one's actually interactive. I'm teaching you guys what you're requesting to know. Make sure you click the link in the bio to come join us, baby. I'm so ready for y'all to get this money, honey. The money.